Sports Network.
Commit to the G.
Dog Nation, please welcome the 23rd head men's basketball coach in Georgia history, Mike White.
It is going to happen here at Georgia.
Oh, that's Jabri Abdur-Rahim from the right corner.
Pick up.
Backdoor feed on the bounce back. Window with a two-handed dunk.
This is Georgia basketball.
Georgia will win it. How about them dogs?
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, this is Georgia basketball. Brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia Farm Bureau, always the home team. And by Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont empowers Georgians by changing healthcare, making it better, more simplified, and easier to access. Real change lives here. This is the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now to Courtside, along with Chuck Dowdle. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Hi again, everyone. Welcome to another night of Georgia Bulldogs basketball. We are inside Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville, Tennessee, as the Bulldogs play the fourth-ranked Tennessee Volunteers in their only regular season meeting this year. Georgia's dropped back-to-back games for the first time this season. Now sports a 13-6 record with a 3-3 mark in the SEC. Tennessee is trailing only Alabama for first place in the league. The Vols are 6-1 in the conference and 16-3 overall. Georgia head coach Mike White was somewhat perplexed by his team's defensive effort in the three-point loss to Vanderbilt on Saturday. Georgia has allowed 85 points in consecutive losses now to Kentucky and Vanderbilt. Defense and toughness has been a focus in the Bulldogs' last few workouts. Defense has not been a problem for Tennessee. Veteran coach Rick Barnes, now in his 36th year as a head coach, has the Volunteers defending at the highest of levels. Tennessee leads the nation in field goal percentage defense and three-point percentage defense. The Volunteers have held opposing teams to 50 points or less 9 times this season. The Bulldogs will have to play with efficiency on offense and defense to get a win here in Knoxville tonight. And this is the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Courtside Show. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Our producer-engineers, the Road Dog, Adam Gillespie. Luke Nadkarni is producer and host in our network studio. And Chuck Dowdle spent most of his day looking for that missing goalpost in the Tennessee River. We'll fish him out and bring him inside next on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Bulldogs at your local Ford dealer. Here's Chuck, the official Chuck of the Bulldogs, with our keys to the game.
Well, the first one is Mike White. Listen, you know, Scott, he's a strong believer in defense. Tonight, it needs to be even stronger. The Vols starting five all average double figures. So we have got to be really keyed in on D tonight. Second, composure. It's a must. The Vols are very good. They didn't get ranked fourth just because the guy doing the poll could spell Vols. Okay? I mean, they're really good. They're going to make runs. When they do, you can't let it take the wind out of your sails. You got to keep your composure, take the run, and then answer with one. And then finally, look, the Vols scored a high rate. So every possession for us is critical. We need to get points, or at least get shots off, have opportunities to score. So let's try to keep the turnovers. And I know this is asking a lot, you guys, but let's try to keep those turnovers under 10.
All right, those are your keys. The tip-off on the way, brought to you by Northside Hospital, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal with expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more. You can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital. Our officials tonight, Pat Adams, Don Daly, Lee Cassell. Georgia in black as they come off the bench to our left. Tennessee in the home whites, a little bit of orange piping down the sides of the uniforms. Georgia with some red and white trim down the side of the black uniforms. As it's Anselm, Moncrief, Oquendo, Hill, and Roberts are five on the floor. Anselm for Georgia. Kamwa for Tennessee. There's the tap. And the toss up by the official Pat Adams. It's knocked out of bounds by Georgia, says the officiating group, on the far side of the floor, and it'll be Tennessee basketball. They get first possession of the ball game.
You know, I think Terry Roberts thought that they had touched it first, so I think he was letting it go. but that's okay. We'll get a possession right after this one. Good D, Dogs.
Tennessee with the first offensive touch. Here's Kamwa, 6'9", 236-pound senior from Finland. Had it for just a minute. They go over to Ziegler for a three on the right wing. That's off the rim. Rebounded by Roberts for the Dogs. We push it up the floor left to right. First touch of the ball game. Hill has it in the circle. Finds Anselm wide open for a dunk underneath. Frank Anselm with the first points of the game. 2-0 Georgia.
And that was just really good penetration by the Dogs on offense. Got inside, found Anselm wide open.
51st assist of the year for Hill. Another three by the Vols. Julian Phillips off the rim. Dogs rebound. Hill drives all the way to the backboard. Running layup good by Justin Hill. 4-0 Georgia. Ziegler into the front court behind one of their big men. Curls around at the right elbow. Sends it back to Josiah Jordan James. First name is hyphenated. James is his last name. In the corner now. Here comes the three by James. Off the rim, no good. Anselm rebounds.
They fouled
fouls him, on the rebound. Just bumped him with his body. And called for his first. Olivier Kamwa, the 6'9 senior. His first and the team's first. Georgia basketball.
And that's the third straight one and done for the Vols that the Dogs have forced.
Hill down the middle of the floor, left to right. Hands it off to Moncrief, who gives it to Roberts. Flip it back to Hill. Ziegler goes with him. Hill spins in the circle. Right side jumper. No, he pulls it down, feeds Anselm inside, has his shot blocked. Ball is loose. Battle for it. Anselm took it away, and then foul on Tennessee. Two guys surrounding him. Vescovy, I think, is the guy called for the foul,
Well, Frank Anselm had a couple of shots blocked, but I tell you what you loved about that? He stayed after it. He just kept after it, and then when he got his hands on it, he wasn't going to turn loose.
And Tennessee picks up its second foul, the first on Vescovy. Georgia's possession in front court. Hill fires it in deep and throws it right to Chuck.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, man. That's a long pass.
I wasn't open and messed up the monitor.
Oh, that's all right. It's still working.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. If I'd been open, I wouldn't have minded so much, but I wasn't open.
Tennessee basketball. Dogs turned it in on the inbounds pass on a long overthrow by Justin Hill. Vols with the basketball. Kamwa works against Anselm, and the turn fade to the paint. It's going to dance on the rim and fall through good. Olivier Kamwa's first points for Tennessee. Dogs 4-2 lead with the basketball. Roberts on the far side of the floor looks back to the bench. Mike White up off the bench. He calls the play. Roberts hands it to Moncrief, to Hill, back to Roberts. Changes directions down the middle of the floor. Kicks it back to Hill with 5 to shoot. Justin got to put it up. Has his pocket picked instead. Knocked away by Ziegler. Up ahead to Phillips, and we foul him on the run to the basket.
Well, I got to tell you, Ziegler did a great job. He knew exactly what that shot clock, so he knew that Justin Hill was going to have to go up with the ball, so he played the shot down around his waist, and as soon as he put the ball there, he flipped it free from him.
And Ziegler, one of the steals leaders in the Southeastern Conference. That's his 43rd of the year.
Well, that's just smart. That's high basketball IQ right there.
Julian Phillips, a 6'8 freshman at the free throw line, sinking the first free throw. He's the current SEC freshman of the week. 10 points, 4 rebounds, and a couple of steals in their win at LSU on Saturday. And Phillips hits a pair of foul shots, and we're tied at 4. Dogs walk it across with Hill. 17-25, now less than that on the clock, first half. Very early in this contest. Hill to the left elbow, feeds it back to Oquendo. Carrio drives and lays it up on the run. Good. It hit the far side of the rim and kicked in for it.
And until that point, the Vols had done a good job of denying Carrio even a touch.
Tennessee basketball, Georgia's 6-4 lead. Ziegler, top of the key. They swing it around from James over to Phillips. Now back to Ziegler, and James has it. Left corner 3 with Moncrief on him. Going to pull the trigger. Missed it deep. Offensive rebound, Tennessee. They feed James in the paint. He kicks it out for a three. Kamla's shot won't go from three off the rim. Moncrief tips the rebound to himself and collects it with two hands. Georgia basketball leading by 2, 6-4. Now Hill spinning on the left wing, has it knocked out of his hands by Tennessee. It's going to be Dogs ball. Far side of the floor near the corners where they'll have to inbound it along the courtside seats. Georgia leads at 6-4. Oquendo to throw it in. And checking into the game now for Tennessee, Tyreek Key, a 6'2 transfer from Indiana State. He's going to guard the inbounds. We feed it into Roberts in the corner. And Terry up the wing to Oquendo. Far side of the floor now. Georgia works. Oquendo still dribbling. They leave him open for a second. Overhead pass near side to Hill. Down along the right baseline to Moncrief with 7 on the clock. Now 5 on the clock. Moncrief trying to position. He's called for traveling. He had a man right on top of him, Josiah Jordan James, one of their better defenders. He was holding his ground, and Moncrief, Chuck, was trying to bump him, and he ended up traveling.
And when he was looking like he was going to turn into the paint, they sent a defender down to stop that. So they were going to force him to turn toward the baseline.
Dogs with a 6-4 lead. Tennessee has possession. Key holds top of the key. One dribble. Feeds Vescovy to his right. Down the lane. Lost the ball. Picked up by Moncrief. He had it knocked out of his hands. Taken by Roberts. Now Dogs get it back anyway. Moncrief down the lane. The runner won't go. Anselm tries to follow with a dunk. He missed. And now Tennessee has the rebound. And Moncrief going to foul Vescovy from behind. He slammed on the brakes and tried to get Moncrief to run right into his back, which he did. And he's called for the foul. And that'll get us into a timeout. 15:45 on the clock, first half. Georgia leading Tennessee 6-4. Back after this, Bulldog Sports Network. Hey, Georgia fans, when you need to see a game, head to StubHub. Whether you want to sit courtside or score a bird's eye view, StubHub is the best place to grab 100% verified tickets. And StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there.
Scott, I was hoping that we'd hold it in single digits tonight in turnovers. We're not off to a good start. We've had, in the first 4 minutes and 15 seconds, we've had 3 turnovers. So need to tighten that up just a bit. Ball possession, security, critical.
Tennessee off to a slow start shooting the basketball, just 1 for 6. They've taken 5 threes already and missed them all. Georgia 3 for 7 at the first media timeout, leading 6-4. And Georgia will substitute. We'll get Braylon Bridges in the game and Juice Holt on the floor. Tennessee basketball. They've got Uros Plopsic in the game now. He works against Bridges. Kick out to Ziegler for a 3. There's their first of the game. Ziegler from the left wing. Zakai Ziegler, the 5'9 guard, with his first points to put Tennessee in front 7-6. Georgia ball down on the right offensive end. Holt, bounce feed to Bridges, never got to him. Intercepted and saved by Santiago Vescovy. There's another turnover by the Dogs. That's our 4th. Vescovy goes to Plopsic on the left block this time. He bunks twice with Bridges. Steps under the basket, try to reverse lay-in. Bridges going to be called for the foul.
Well, Braylon was on his own, and that was a tough matchup for him.
Bridges giving away a little bit of size there at Plopsic is 7'1 and 265. Bridges listed at 6'11 and 240. And the big Serbian transfer from Arizona State goes to the free throw line, where he plops it off the back of the rim. No good on his first attempt of the night.
They must not shoot a lot of free throws in Serbia.
Well, he doesn't do a lot of free throw shooting here. He's 47%.
Well, I'd be putting him at the line all I could then.
That one was good. He made one, missed one. 8-6. Tennessee by 2. They come with pressure in the backcourt. Jusan Holt will have to get it across the timeline, and he does up the near sideline against Vescovy. Mishandled the dribble. Vescovy picks it up. Another turnover by the Dogs. That's our 5th.
Well, Juice has had back-to-back turnovers.
Tennessee got it back. They lead by 2. Plosic, the big guy. One dribble, handoff. Ziegler looks at the 3, repositions, fires one straight on and nails it. It's his second 3. Tennessee out to now an 11-6 lead. 14:30 on the clock, first half. Dogs with the ball. Moncrief dribbles to his right, hands it off to Roberts. Rolled down his leg, but he picks it up to maintain possession. Here's Oquendo now with the ball on the left side. Offensive foul called. Wow. Came out of the spin, ran right into Tyreek Key, who took the charge for Tennessee.
That's 3 straight turnovers.
Hill will come back in for Georgia. Roberts comes out. Jabri Abdur-Rahim checks in for the Dogs as well. Tennessee will have possession. They'll bring it up the length of the floor, right to left from our vantage point. They lead Georgia now 11-6. Tennessee scored 7 straight. Ziegler guarded by Hill, separated by about 5 feet of space. They send it into Plosic. Moncrief's on him. The big Serbian turns and banks it home good from the right block. That's his first field goal of the game. And it's a 9-0 Tennessee run early, 13-6 now. Hill for 3 for Georgia to quiet the crowd, and he does. Scana Energy 3, Justin Hill from the left wing. First 3 for the Dogs tonight.
Yeah, that's stopped
first one we've tried.
Stopped a little 9-0 run.
Tennessee basketball, 13-9. Now it's 15-9 as Key knocks down a mid-range 2. Dogs ball. Moncrief got by his defender, takes it to the rack against Jonas Adu, the 6'11 sophomore. He just kind of flipped it underhand, finger rolled it up off the glass for MA. Tennessee attacks quickly. Ziegler scores, going over the baseline to the right. He pushes it up and scores. Ziegler's got a quick 8. 17-11, Tennessee by 6. Dogs have the ball. Hill from the elbow, the jumper. Bounces off the rim twice, comes down to Tennessee. Adu rebounds for the Volunteers. They bring it into the front court, right to left, slowly. Vescovy has it. Foul line extended right, nowhere inside to go with it. Kicks it back to Ziegler out between the circles. Ziegler, double screen out front. Shoots a long, deep 3. Ooh, air ball.
Oh, missed it all.
Holt was out on him. Not a good choice by Ziegler. Dogs will inbound after some substitution. Jackson Etter's going to check into the ball game. His first action in the last 7 games.
Well, I think Coach White realizes he needs some defense. Jackson Etter, one of the best at defending, and certainly getting an opportunity here to kind of stop the balls a little bit. They've been on a run here last few minutes, but you knew they were going to make them. We got to keep our composure.
Anselm is back in for Georgia as well. Roberts doubled out near the half-court line, finds Jabri open to his left. Abdur-Rahim back to Roberts. Head fake and a drive. Kick back. Jabri wide open 3. Good! He nails a Scana Energy 3. He had 5 in the last game. That matches his career best. That's his first tonight. Tennessee gets it in deep. Now we double on the block. Tennessee nowhere to go with it. They throw it away underneath. Try to wrap around from Tobe Awaka, and he was trying to find his teammate underneath.
And you know
Phillips
what?
Under the basket, and he threw it away.
Give some credit to Jackson Etter. He doubled him up down there and was forcing him to make a pass that he wasn't comfortable making.
Vols turn it over. It's going to be the Dogs' ball when we come back. We've got a timeout here at Thompson-Boling Arena. 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Georgia trailing Tennessee 17-14 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, you're the guy with Kevin the Fire-Breathing Goat. Yeah? I'm playing Keno right now. Like you say, you pick 10 numbers, Keno picks 20. The more you match, the more you win.
Looks like your numbers are matching.
No way! Well, that was easy.
And there's another game in about 3 minutes.
Hey, little goat, you want to help me fill out my play slip for the next one?
No paper. That's why he plays on his phone.
Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes. Playing Keno. Play responsibly.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
the BMW i4 M50. It's 100% electric and 100% BMW. Experience the power of over 500 horses stampeding at a whisper as BMW M-engineered handling takes you through every...
Dogs come out of the huddle. Anselm, who got the start tonight, along with Abdul Rahim, stays on the floor. Jackson Etter, Juice Holt, and Terry Roberts. Dogs will inbound, bring it up the length of the floor against a little bit of Tennessee pressure. Keys in the backcourt. Now he retreats, and Roberts down the middle of the floor across the timeline. As we go inside the huddle with Chuck Dowdle, brought to you by Georgia's own credit union, banking on purpose. Chuck, tell us about the huddle.
Coach White wants the Dogs to get out and run, and then on defense, hit. Get inside and hit. Don't let them get those offensive rebounds.
Roberts with 7, dribbles. Long jump shot, missed it to the left of the rim off the backboard. Rebound, Awaka for Tennessee, and a pushing foul on Georgia on the rebound.
Yeah, they got Juice Holt underneath.
That's his first and the team's 4th. And the Vols have possession. They'll bring it up. They lead by 3, 17-14. Key into the front court with it. Overhead pass to his right to Julian Phillips, the SEC freshman of the week. Phillips feeds it inside, no look to Adu along the baseline. Awaka goes for a dunk, and they get a foul on Anselm.
Pat, you're way over here. You're making that call.
First on Frank Anselm, and that puts Tennessee on the free throw line. 2 shots for Tobey Awaka, 6'8", 250-pound freshman from Hyde Park, New York. Right-handed shooter, and the free throw going to roll in there off the front rim. Good. His first point of the game. He averages 3, and now he's got 2 as he hits both foul shots. And it's 19-14. Volunteers by 5. Georgia has the ball. Holt works on the left wing, flips it back to Roberts, walks through the center circle on the wing, now attacks the basket, sweeping into the corner. Jackson Etter for 3, short baseline jumper, won't go. Rebound saved by Roberts, out to Jabri for a straight-on 3, and it's good. Scana energy three-pointer, Jabri, Abdur Rahim.
Is this going to be one of his nights? I tell you, when he starts hitting them.
That's 7 now in the last 3 halves of basketball. He had 5 from the loss to Vanderbilt on Saturday. Got 2 tonight. James for 3. Back of the rim for Tennessee, won't go. Offensive rebound. Adu pulls it down.
That's what we got to stop.
His baseline 2 from 12 feet won't go. Rebound knocked loose, picked up under the basket by Jackson Etter for the Dogs.
Yeah, you got to get rebounds if you want to get out and run.
19-17, Dogs down 2. Roberts hooks it behind his head, overhead pass behind the head. It caroms off bodies, and Georgia able to maintain possession. Juice Holt got the deflection. Dogs ball, 10 on the clock. Roberts near midcourt, dribbling slowly. Keys guarding. Roberts looks right, 5 to shoot, 4 to shoot. Terry in no hurry. Now he drives down the lane, whips it up, no good. Tried to tap it in with Anselm, and it didn't roll in. He hit the underside of the ball. It spun off the rim and stayed down for Tennessee as they rebound the miss.
Frank's had a couple of close misses there. With taps and try to follow dunk.
Those could be big at the end of this one. Tennessee with a rousing attempt down the lane. Curling down the lane is Julian Phillips. He missed the lay-in, and they missed the follow, as you heard the rim. Dogs with the rebound. Holt picks it up on the wing. Goes to Anselm. Back to Holt. Juice with time, through the paint, reverse pivot, kicks it left. Jackson wide open 3, missed it off the side of the rim. They left him open, but Etter unable to connect. Rebound to Tennessee. The Vols lead by 2, 19-17. Phillips holds left wing for Tennessee to Key, shot fake, step back 3, straight on, good. Tyreek Key, his first 3, third of the game for Tennessee. He's a 36% three-point shooter. And that's his 32nd of the year. And Tennessee goes up by 5, 22-17. 8:45 remaining, half number 1. Dogs staying with the number 4 ranked Volunteers here early. Roberts to Abdur Rahim. Jabri, right-handed dribble. They call an offensive foul. Jabri pushed off. And it was Josiah Jordan James that took a skid on the floor, taking the charge, or was the recipient of the offensive foul anyway. Jabri with his first. That's 6 on the Dogs. Tennessee will substitute. Plavsic back in now. Awaka goes to the bench. That sounds like that Pac-Man sound, doesn't it? That Awaka, waka, waka, waka. When he's eating the dots. No disrespect. 8:29 to go, first half. Tennessee has basketball. And they have a lead.
And they're in the bonus, too.
They go to Big Plavsic working against Braylon
and
Bridges.
Got to be 3 seconds. My goodness. He was in there forever, and then he stayed after he passed the ball out.
So they could have called 6 seconds.
Could have called 6 or 7.
They'll call it a turnover instead, and that's only the second of the game for the Volunteers. Georgia has 7. Dogs ball down 5. Hill on the floor. Handles the basketball right wing beyond the arc. Now Lee Cassell with a whistle blown on the baseline, and they're going to get the big guy with a foul down there, Plavsic. That's number 1 on Juros. Georgia to inbound right of the basket. And the big 7-1 Plavsic is going to throw it, or going to throw up some defense on Justin Hill, who's trying to inbound it over the big guy. We do get the ball inbounds. Hill dribbles. Top of the key, now attacks down the lane. And they recover to block his shot away from behind. Tennessee saves it on the baseline and takes the ball away.
When you're 7-1, you can reach from behind and block.
Vescovy wildly throws it into the corner. Almost traveled, it looks like. Tennessee maintains possession. James has it, attacks from the left slot to the basket, lays it up on the run. Good. Jordan James, Tennessee gets another loose ball under the basket now on the right end of the floor. The Dogs mishandling the dribble, and it's 24-17. Tennessee by 7. Dogs take it away with Moncrief on the offensive end for Tennessee. M.A. down the floor. Penetrate, kick out. Jabri for 3. Short this time. Hits the side of the rim. Rebound pulled by Olivier Kamwa for Tennessee, the 6'9 senior from Finland. Balls lead by 7. Vescovy's pass hits Hill in the head underneath. Rolled up on the backboard. Almost went in. Well, that would have been a wacky shot. Instead, it doesn't, and the ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Tennessee's ball off the head of Justin Hill after it came down off the backboard. All right, timeout here at Thompson Bowling Arena. Tennessee 24, Georgia 17. Back for more first half basketball action after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. 4 points of the game, but Tennessee on that 9-0 run cruised by, and they've been in front ever since. Georgia, Chuck, with turnover issues, we've got 8 so far, and still 7 minutes and change to play here in the first half.
And they've got 10 points off those 8.
And that was the same issue with Vanderbilt on Saturday. Vandy had 23 points off our 12 turnovers in the loss on Saturday. Georgia only 10 points off turnovers.
That's why I was begging to please let's try to hold them in single digits. And I understood that was asking a lot, but look, when you're playing the number 4 ranked team in the nation on their home floor, you need to ask a lot of yourself. And so we haven't gotten it, but we did do one thing. When they made that 9-0 run, we held our composure, got it back to within a couple, but we haven't been able to get back on top.
Tennessee with a basketball. They go inside to Plavsic. He fails to convert against Anselm. Dogs rebound, run the floor. Oquendo to Anselm. He was a little bit out of control, missed the runner as he was falling away from the basket. If he gains his composure and collects himself and gets under control, he might convert there, but Dogs unable to finish. Tennessee has the possession again. They lead by 7, 24-17. James, 3-ball. Good look at the basket, missed it off the rim. Rebound to Terry Roberts at the foul line for Georgia.
And that's something we are doing well is rebounding.
There's Oquendo's 3-pointer from the left side. That won't go. Tennessee saves the rebound, falling down. Kamwa throws it to a teammate and saves the possession for Tennessee. Plavsic inside, left block this time, works against Anselm. Right in front of the basket, inside the restricted zone. A short little jump hook is good by the 7'1" Serbian. He's got 5. Dogs miss a 3 with Roberts quickly. Rattles off the rim. Rebound to Tennessee. Volunteers up 9 now, 26-17. Look out, here they go inside to Kamwa.
Yeah, Mike White wants
banks one home on the right block.
Yeah, Mike White wants timeout. You certainly understand why.
Timeout with 5:48 remaining in the first half. Georgia to use a 30-second timeout here as Tennessee again on a little run, 7 straight points to go up 11, 28-17. That's their largest lead of the half. It's almost, Chuck, as if Georgia in the half court's playing too fast.
We've taken a couple, we've gotten into this shooting the threes, and we've taken a couple of really off-balance threes. I mean, when you're taking those threes, you need to have, good look, square yourself up, get a good shot. Jabri had a couple, knocked them down. Then he took one a little quickly, and then Terry Roberts out when he was off balance. But again, we got to keep our composure, Scott. We did so well when they made that 9-0 run, and we got it back to 2. We weren't able to get in front of them, but we got it back to 2. Now they make a 7-0 run. We got to stop that. And what we've got to do now, keep our composure and start to battle back. They're going to make runs. This is a good basketball team.
Georgia with a scoring drought of just over 5 minutes and connecting on just one of our last 10 field goals. M.A. to Oquendo on the inbounds all the way to half court. Takes it to the basket. It's blocked by Kamwa and taken away by Tennessee. Beat it inside to James. Back out on the perimeter now. Ziegler's back in the ball game to run the point. Vescovy, quick touch inside. Kamwa's jumper in the paint won't go. Tennessee fights for the loose ball. They save the rebound. Intercepted in the half court by Oquendo for Georgia. Cario drives down into the paint. Puts it up from the right side. Rolls off the rim. There's a whistle and a foul on Tennessee. And that's going to be against Zakai Ziegler, the 5'9 sophomore guard for the Volunteers. That's his first and the team's fourth. And Georgia going to the free throw line for the first time in the game with 5:21 to go in the first half. And it'll be Cario Oquendo stepping to the line. And the junior from Titusville, Florida, connects for his first free throw of the night, 3rd point of the game. Moncrief comes out.
Got Jalen Ingram in there.
And Ingram in.
Yeah.
The 7-year veteran from Madison, Georgia. Oquendo's second free throw was short. Rebound tapped a couple of times and corralled by Tennessee. Olivier Kamwa collects it for the Volunteers. Whoa. Vols lead is 10, 28-18. They've got the ball. Hand off to James on the wing. Ingram's guarding him. Dogs are in a man-to-man. Ziegler's got the ball. Between the circles, feeds it to his right. 7 to shoot. Kamwa doesn't look at the basket, feeds it to Ziegler. He will look at the basket. Deep 3, hits the front of the rim. No good. Rebound, Braylon Bridges for the Dogs.
That was a little out of his range.
Yeah, that was well behind the NBA line. Hill with a head fake and a drive. Kick over to Roberts for a deep 3. Terry missed it off the rim from the left wing. Rebound to Tennessee as Phillips pulls it in with one hand.
Boy, we're firing the threes.
28-18. Volunteers by 10. They've got the ball. Vescovy, he's one of the better three-point shooters. Left-handed bullseye from straight away. His first points of the ball game. And Vescovy connects for the 43rd time this season from three-point range. 31-18. Volunteers by 13 now. 4:02 to go in the half. Roberts crossover, dribbles behind the back, spins on the block, dribbles it off his foot. It rolls to his right, picked up by Vescovy. The Dogs turn it over again. It's picked up by Ziegler, excuse me. Now Vescovy has it, right wing, attacks to the basket. Defense nowhere to be seen. All the way to the backboard and the layup easily executed by Santiago Vescovy. 33-18, Tennessee. Ingram for a deep 3 for Georgia, left wing. Just does nick the near side of the rim. And the ball out of bounds in the far corner. It'll be Tennessee basketball.
We are on a bad three-point shooting streak.
14-1 run for the Volunteers in the last 5.5 minutes. Georgia's hit just one of its last 13 shots. Ouch. Timeout. 3:32 to go first half. It's Tennessee 33, Bulldogs 18.
And reliable for you and for future generations. At Georgia Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
Time to spotlight the first half's best in-game stats, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. The Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. We should have hit this earlier in the contest, Adam, when the stats were better. They're not real friendly in Georgia's favor right now. Probably, as I look deep into the stat page, about the best stat I see right now is Jabri Abdur-Rahim's 2 for 3 shooting on three-pointers. He's our leading scorer with 6. Everything else is not really good. We're shooting 29%, 7 of 24. We're 3 of 11 on threes.
We're out rebounding them.
Well, we're actually minus two on the glass. They're out rebounding us.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
15.
You're right. I was looking at us in the low box.
You wanted us to be out.
I wanted us to be up,
and I concur. But not happening right now. Tennessee really controlling everything about this when they lead by 15, 33-18. They're on a 14-1 run, and Georgia's missed its last 10 shots.
Boy, their bench is even outscoring our bench. That's usually a strength for us.
Our 5 on the floor now after the timeout. Roberts, Moncrief, Mardrez McBride leading his first minutes. Jabri Abdur-Rahim and Braylon Bridges. Tennessee basketball, they work right of the paint with Tyreek Key. He works against Mardrez, turns and tries to shoot over him, misses it off the rim, rebound down to Moncrief, and M.A. drives it coast to coast down the paint and stuffs it with one hand.
They moved out of his way, too, didn't they?
Like,
I don't blame them.
Ready or not, here I come.
Yeah, he was not going to be denied that dunk.
33-20, that ends a skid of 10 straight misses by Georgia. Key with the ball. He attacks, kicks out right wing over to Ziegler. He fumbles the ball, now picks it up, controls the dribble. One hands it over to Kamwa with 7 to shoot. Key has it back. Foul line extended left. Cross court it goes to James. Jumper 3 ball around the rim and out. No good. Moncrief.
Boy, they slapped M.A. right in the face and no call.
Moncrief rebounded it again, then took the whack with the fingers in the face. Georgia basketball, less than 2.5 to go in the half. We're down 13. 33-20. Roberts picks up his dribble, goes to Moncrief above the left elbow, puts it on the floor, drives through the paint, stops inside the foul line, reverse pivot, shoots it up with the right hand, underhand shot, pushes it off the glass and the rim, no good. Rebound to Tennessee with 2:07 to go. Tennessee with a 13-point lead in the ball. Ziegler backs it up between the circles, close to the half-court line. McBride guarding, but not tightly. They've got Jemai Mashak in the game as well, a 6'4 sophomore getting his first minutes of the half. Ziegler, low pass, scoop shot inside to Kamwa. He feels it like a shortstop and then turns and fades in the paint and knocks down a straight-on two-pointer. Now a foul called on the right end of the floor by Tennessee. Ziegler with a hold. That's going to be his second on the Tennessee point guard. Eder in the game now for Georgia as Braylon Bridges comes out. 35-20, Tennessee by 15. Dogs ball, 94 seconds to go in the half. Plosic will check into the game for James for Tennessee. He'll match up with Frank Anselm. They've got some size in there, 7'1" and 6'11" on the floor for Tennessee right now, Chuck.
Wow.
Not too many teams have that, do they? Now Phillips comes in at 6'8".
Look at this now. Now what do they put in now? About a 6'9"?
6'8" freshman Julian Phillips.
Jeez.
He's matched up with McBride. Eder bounces it in front court, far sideline to Roberts. Terry's guarded by Tyreek Key, man-to-man for Tennessee. Roberts across the paint, backdoor feed to Eder, was intercepted by Vescovy. They scouted that play pretty well. Vescovy, left-hand dribble. Foul line extended left to Plosic. Has it knocked out of his hands by McBride. Picks up the bouncing ball. Feeds Roberts to Eder to Roberts back on the right wing. transition defense was back in a hurry for Tennessee. Now Georgia has to slow it down in the half court. Minute to go in the half. Roberts' pass cross court is deflected out of bounds by Tennessee. We had Mardrez in the corner and Jabri up the wing, and the ball went out of bounds between the two into the courtside seats. 58.8 seconds to go in the half, 16 on the shot clock for Georgia.
You got four guys that can shoot threes.
And we inbound it to one of them, and that's Terry Roberts, although he hasn't connected on a three in this game tonight. 8 to shoot. Roberts still has the dribble. Now to Jabri. He's hit a couple. Crossover. Jabri. Long two. Back of the rim. Won't go. High rebound. Pulled down by Vescovy for Tennessee. Vols basketball. 36 seconds to go in the half. They're looking to score again. Vescovy. Here comes a three. Had her a little bit late. May have gotten a piece of it. Not quite sure. It was an ugly looking shot. Just does nick the rim. Dogs have the ball. Can hold for the last shot. 22 seconds to go in the half. Shot clock is off. It's a 15-point lead for the number 4 ranked Volunteers. Roberts just slowly, rapidly dribbling it, leaning into it with a right hand. 8 seconds to go. Roberts crossover to the left. Got a screen from Anselm. Terry puts it up with one hand for left of the lane and banks it home, and the clock is going to run out, and that's how the half ends. Georgia gets the final 2 of the half.
Well, we needed that. We needed to go in with a little something to hang our hat on here at halftime. But one of the things that you just got to tip your hat to is the way Tennessee plays defense. I mean, now look, they can score too, but they play great defense.
Resilience. Sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
In SEC sports, the ifs come at you every minute. What if your QB had released the ball a second earlier? What if the head coach hadn't used his last time out? What if your team goes all the way this season? If you love the tradition, if you live for the rivalry, if you can't wait each week for the absolute edge of your seat action, Regions is right there with you as the official bank of the SEC.
Regions can't help you with the ifs in sports. Regions helps you embrace the if in life.
Member FDIC.
Second half just about ready to get underway here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Thompson Bowling Arena, where the Bulldogs trail at intermission by 13, 35-22. The Dogs' last win here in Knoxville was 2017, and the history here hasn't been particularly enjoyable for the Dogs. Just 15 wins all time against 60 losses here in the city of Knoxville. So it's been a tough place for Georgia to play. And they are feeling that again tonight against the number 4 Volunteers. Georgia will have first possession here in the second half. Juice Holt to throw the ball inbounds across the way.
Coach White starting the second half a little differently. He's got Jackson Etter on the floor, Juice Holt on the floor.
Hill, Roberts, and Anselm. That's the 5. Tennessee comes to double the basketball. Justin Hill now puts it on the floor, drives across the foul line, dips into the paint, shoots it against Ziegler, and they get a foul on the little guard. 5'9" sophomore commits his 3rd foul.
Tell you what, Justin almost got that to roll in. That was an NBA type play. He got Ziegler in the air, bumped him, made him draw the foul though, and then he put it up, and it almost rolled in. But he'll get a couple.
Hill at the line, first time in the game. Justin Hill, transfer from Longwood, played Tennessee in the NCAA tournament last year and ended up scoring 13 points, had 4 steals against the Volunteers in the NCAAs last year, a game that Tennessee won and eliminated Longwood University from the tournament. Hill's second free throw is good. He made them both. And Justin now our leading scorer with 7 points, 35-24.
Dogs in a zone.
And almost got the turnover. Well, they do get the turnover. The second time around, Justin Hill with it. Runs the floor with Roberts to the rack. Missed the lay-in. We missed the follow with Anselm. Tried to dunk it home and couldn't follow. Tennessee with the rebound. They miss a layup. They miss a tap in. Anselm clears for the Dogs. James missed that last one for Tennessee at point blank. And now they call an offensive foul on the Dogs as Georgia tried to get it out and run from right to left.
Well, Justin got a little out of control going into the paint, and he was looking to see who to give the ball up to and didn't see the defender sliding over right in front of him.
Foul on Hill. That's the second on Justin. Tennessee basketball. The lead is 35-24 for the Vols. They dump it inside from James. Jump pass down inside to Julian Phillips. But you got a holding foul out on the edge on Juice Holt for Georgia. That's his second. Two quick ones to start the half for the Dogs. We haven't quite played a minute here in the final 20-minute half. Tennessee to inbound. Front court right of the basket. They throw it into James right in front of their bench. Work it around the perimeter. Phillips to James. Free throw line jumper. Good.
So they worked the soft spot in the zone. Found it. He hit the little short jumper.
James now 2 for 9 in the game. That's only his second made basket. But it extends the lead to 13 again. 37-24 Tennessee. Roberts has the ball near half court. Tennessee chases him all the way out there. They don't want Terry hurting them tonight, and he hasn't. He's only got 2 points. Dogs turn it over, trying to go inside to Anselm. Vescovy with the basketball in the front court. They work it around the perimeter. Right corner baseline three is short. Side of the rim, but a foul on the shot.
I believe he'll shoot three.
Foul is on Frank Anselm. Yep, 3 free throws coming. That's the second on Big Frank. And that puts the freshman Julian Phillips at the free throw line for Tennessee. 82% foul shooter. 2 for 2 tonight. Those are his only points. Phillips, free throw is up and in. Good. 3 for 3 from the line for the 6'8", 198-pound freshman. He's long and lean. Braylon Bridges getting ready to check in for Georgia. Phillips with another free throw to come. Ball's in the air by the right-hander. Good. And he'll get one more. 39-24 now. Volunteers by 15. And if he hits this one, it'll be the largest lead of the game for Tennessee. Phillips' third and final free throw in the air and good. Same spot for all three shots.
Right in the middle.
Dead solid, perfect. Yeah, right in the heart.
He didn't even touch the... I don't even think it got a good look at the rim.
So Bridges and Jabri Abdul-Rahim come into the ballgame for Georgia. Eder comes out. And they come with full court pressure on the entry. We get it into Jabri. Now Hill has it. He'll carry it across the timeline right to left. Hill feeds Bridges. He bobbled it a little bit. Has to reach out, collect himself. Turn. Jumper from the left side. Off the rim. No good. Braylon still hasn't scored. Tennessee with a rebound. And they have the basketball on the offensive end. Vescovy off a curl. Straight on three is good. That's his second of the game. He's got 8. And the lead grows even larger now, 43-24. Roberts has the dribble. Far side of the floor. Shadowed by Julian Phillips. Now right edge of the paint. Turn fade from 10 feet is good by Terry Roberts. His first points of the half. Second basket of the game. And it's 43-26. Tennessee has possession. And they're in control of this one tonight. Vescovy with the basketball. Dumps it under the basket to Kamwa. He's fouled by Juice Holt under the basket.
Well, Juice could have let him go. Because if he'd have caught that, he was going out of bounds with it.
Holt with his third foul. Not a shooting situation. Tennessee will inbound with Tyreek Key into the corner. Whip it up the wing and across to Phillips to the right side. Down the lane. Blocked by Braylon Bridges, who defended nicely. Dogs out and running with Hill and Jabri. The pass across the paint to Abdul Rahim. The bank shot is good. Home, and he got fouled on the running layup. Jabri now with 8 going to the line for an and one. 43-28 the score now.
Well, that was
Tennessee
pretty. Georgia got out and ran the break beautifully there. Got the ball to Jabri. He finished, drew the foul. Now let's see him knock down the free throw here.
Oh, he's been good at that this season as well. 87% from the line, 33 of 38. And he missed it.
Darn you, Scott.
Not my fault, man. Less than 17 minutes remaining here in Knoxville. Tennessee basketball, and they have a big lead. Key slams on the brakes, reverse pivot, one-handed jumper from the left block, off the rim. No good. Rebound to Georgia. Dogs with the ball. Roberts attacks, and a blocking foul. Should be the call on Tennessee on Jemai Meshack, the 6'4"
Georgia's bench
guard.
wanted the continuation because the continuation was good, but the official said no, the foul was on the floor, and I think that was the right call.
Yeah, that's the call of Don Daly, Pat Adams, Lee Cassell, our other officials tonight. Kamwa leaves for Rick Barnes' volunteer team, and Jonas Adu, 6'11" and 240 into the game. And Hill tries to throw it in over the 6'11", 240, and he swats it back out of bounds.
Yeah, that's asking a lot, isn't it?
He's going to have to back up a little bit.
Get a running start.
Adu right on the baseline, and that is a big, long body to throw it over. And Justin, listed at 6 feet, he's almost behind the basket support.
Bass giving him instructions on where he can stand.
And he can't move, so he whips it into Holt in the left corner next to the Georgia bench, and they get the ball in bounds. Now begin play in the half court. Roberts around the screen from Bridges. Left-hand dribble drive. Kick out to Holt for a three. No good. Rebound Tennessee. Josiah Jordan-James reels it in with one hand. 43-28. Tennessee by 15 and the ball. Key holds it. Looks inside. Nothing there. Keeps it out on the perimeter. Now they go inside on the opposite side of the floor to Adu. He's bumping with Braylon Bridges. Can't go anywhere. Kicks it back out on the perimeter. We deflect the ball, but stays in the hands of James. And then Terry almost came up with a steal on side court, but lost it out of bounds.
You know what? The ball handler looked up at the clock, and when he looked up at the clock, we took his eyes up to look at the clock. Terry went, okay, I'll take the ball. Just lost it out of bounds, but they got 5 seconds is all they've got.
16:04 to go. 43-28, Tennessee leads. Both coaches are out on the floor trying to yell instructions to their teams. Tennessee inbounds. Meshack, jumper at the buzzer. Good. They beat the clock and got the points.
That's kind of the way it's gone for us tonight.
Jemai Meshack, a 6'4" guard with his first basket of the game. And it comes right at the end of the shot clock. Tennessee 45, Georgia 28. Roberts weaving around defenders. Shoots it in the circle, misses it off the rim. Rebound to Georgia. Braylon Bridges scoops it up from the left side.
Now Braylon playing with
a foul on that play.
Playing with a little aggressiveness. That's what we need.
First points of the game for Braylon Bridges, our third leading scorer this season. Gets his first basket with 15:37 to go. He'll go to the line when we come back. Timeout at Thompson Bowling Arena with 15:37, as we said. Tennessee 45, Georgia 30.
The ball, and so far we've had a total of 12 turnovers with 15 and a half to play in this game. We've had 12 turnovers. They've converted those 12 turnovers into 17 points in a 15-point lead. We've got 1 point off of their 6 turnovers, and that's all they've had. I got to tell you something. You know, they're pretty good on their own. We don't need to help them any, and right now we're helping them a little too much.
Yeah, 17-1 points off turnovers, and that was the story, as we'd mentioned earlier, against Vanderbilt over the weekend, as the Commodores really took advantage of Georgia mistakes and cashed them in for points. Georgia really unable to do the same thing to the Commodores, and that's a problem. Georgia down 15 right now, going to the line with Braylon Bridges, a 6'11", fifth-year player from Atlanta, transfer from University of Illinois Chicago a couple of years ago. Going to the line, good free throw shooter. Braylon, 79% on the year, first trip to the line tonight. Left-handed shooter, free throw, line drives off the rim, no good. Rebound tapped out by Holt, but right to Vescovy for Tennessee. Tennessee basketball. Dogs miss a chance for a three-point play. A lot of time remaining here in Knoxville. 15:25 as the clock moves. Vols have the ball. Entry pass into the post denied by Jabri. Taps it out of bounds over the left sideline.
Yeah,
They were
good
trying to go
defense.
inside. Yeah, to James posting up against Jabri, but unable to do so. Abdul-Rahim he has long arms and able to do that from behind, just tapped the ball away, denied him the entry pass.
Georgia's come out of the zone that they were playing at the start of the half.
7 on the shot clock for Tennessee. They put it on the floor. The runner knocked out of their hands. They touched the rim on a follow shot right at the end of the shot clock, but come up empty, and the Dogs rebound that second miss. Georgia with the possession, trailing 45-30. Roberts slowly walks it back to half court. Vescovy guarding, but not tightly. Terry watching everybody else move without the ball. Now he bounces it over to Jabri. They return the favor to Roberts. He's surrounded by 4 white shirts under the basket. Ball gets on the floor. They roll it to themselves. Tennessee with a takeaway from Terry. They had him surrounded. They shovel it inside. The big James, he goes up for the dunk, and we push and foul him. And he falls to the floor, and he's still sitting on the floor. Some portion of his body came crashing down on the hardwood and didn't feel too good.
Yeah, most portions. He took a pretty good little spill.
Yeah, there's some bones that are hurting after that one.
Yeah, Jabri got his money's worth.
Abdul-Rahim with his second foul. And that'll put James on the free throw line. 91% at the line this year by the left-handed shooter. And Josiah Jordan-James, who averages, he's one of their 5 guys that averages in double figures. He averages 10 a game. He's got 5 tonight. And now 11 of 12 at the free throw line this season. Another free throw to come. Tennessee subs in Zakai Ziegler. He's back in. And Jemai Mashak heads for the bench. James, second free throw in the air and good, all net. Tennessee's only missed 1 foul shot tonight. There's not a whole lot they do poorly, is there?
No, there really isn't. And they, you know,
they're very good.
There's a reason why they're number 4.
47-30, they lead by 17. Oquendo has it for Georgia, scoops it back to M.A. Moncrief. Moncrief dribbles and shuffles his feet, gives it back to Oquendo with 13 to shoot. Cario drives right of the basket, hangs in the air from 10 feet, misses the bank shot. Rebound to Tennessee. Vescovy has the ball, left-handed dribble across the top of the key. Reverses to Ziegler. They go in from the right side to Plavsic. Wide open left side for a 3 is Key. He missed the open jumper. Off the rim. The rebound saved on the left baseline by Juice Holt for the Dogs. Georgia has it. Roberts tries to dribble into traffic, has the ball knocked away and stolen. Tennessee runs the floor left to right the other direction. Vescovy out of the corner. Scoops it to Plavsic. Going towards the basket. Tries to float a big right-hander up there. Too deep off the back rim. Dogs rebound. Get it to Jabri for a 3 on the left wing on the other end of the floor. That's no good, and the Volunteers botched the rebound off 3 players over there. None of them got it, and they lost it over the baseline.
Jabri tried to adjust that shot. Plavsic got that big hand right up in front of him just as he was letting go of that 3, and it caused him to just miss the center of the basket and hit off the rim, but fortunately they knocked it out. So break for the Dogs. Now let's see if we can capitalize. Down 17.
13:28 to go. Terry Roberts looks under the basket, nothing there. And he throws it away on the entry. Tried to go to Moncrief, but threw it to an open space, nobody there. Tennessee collects it with Phillips. He missed the running layup on the right side. Dogs get a break there. We rebound, come back the other way. Moncrief has it. Attacks from the top of the key. Jump pass this way.
Heads up.
And right to Adam Gillespie. Dogs throw it away. Turnover number 15 for Georgia.
Boy, I tell you, Coach White just searching for answers up and down the bench, and so far nothing's worked very well.
Anselm comes in for Juice Holt, and now Hill will come in for Terry Roberts. Terry's had a tough time tonight, just 2 for 8, 4 points, 0 for 3 on threes, 5 rebounds, couple of assists. Tennessee has pestered him all night long. They lead at 47-30. Vescovy has it, left of the paint, runs into a double team along the baseline, gets the ball to Ziegler. He dribbles into the circle, low scoop pass down to Plavsic in the paint.
And they got M.A., but I got to tell you something. Georgia did a good job of cutting off that entry pass, but he was reaching to get it, and then M.A. grabbed his arm.
That's the second foul on Moncrief. And Tennessee will inbound, 20 on the shot clock, 12:57 remaining. Plavsic with the ball just inside the free throw line. Again, he's in the paint forever, but
Dogs back to the zone.
No 3 count on the big guy. 8 seconds to shoot for Tennessee. They go to the rack, hook it up and in. Jonas Adu, the 6'11 sophomore, hooks it up and in from the left side. His first points of the game. Dogs quickly on the offensive end. Jabri for 3, left corner won't go. Anselm clears, offensive board for the big Bulldog. Gets it out to Oquendo. Now they double him. The big guy mugs Oquendo. They don't call that. Jump pass to save it at half court to Hill. Hill works inside, spins down into the paint, puts it up with one hand, won't go. And they get the ball back. That last shot didn't hit the rim, however. Jabri shoots
didn't get it off
at the end of the shot clock, but a violation on the Dogs. Hill's first shot hit the backboard, no iron. Dogs were able to get the carom, but the shot clock kept winding down, and by the time Jabri put it up, that last second had ticked away, and the ball was still in his hands. 49-30, Tennessee leads. And the Volunteers have possession. Less than 12 minutes remaining here in Knoxville. Thompson Bowling is packed tonight, but it's been relatively quiet. They try to run an alley-oop. They fail there. Plavsic got the rebound, turns right under the basket, tried to put it up and in, draws iron instead. He got fouled by Moncrief, and 2 shots to come. M.A.'s picked up 3 fouls now. We go into a timeout with 11:48 remaining.
Family and SCANA and cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up with SCANA today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
Upward and onward we go here from Knoxville, Tennessee. It's been a tough night for the Dogs so far, 49-30. Tennessee in firm control of this one, leading by 19. No one gets you closer to SEC basketball than SiriusXM. Download the SiriusXM app and tune into SiriusXM SEC Radio for news, talk, and analysis throughout the college basketball season. Try it out today and take your Georgia Bulldogs with you on your phone, online, and at home. And you don't even need a car.
Scott, you just pointed out something to me I hadn't noticed. I mean, I guess if I'd looked over it closely enough, it had dawned on me. But our top 3 scorers who are averaging, but among the 3, 37 points total, have gotten us 9 points so far.
Yeah, it's been a tough night for Terry Roberts, Cario Oquendo, and Braylon Bridges offensively. Plavsic at the free throw line, and
that's more like what I like to see.
That was one of the uglier free throws you'll ever see.
Well, didn't you say it was 47%?
It did not go in. Yes, 47%. Here's the second attempt.
There you go.
That one drew iron that time. The last one did not. But look at that. They got their own miss. That's a no-no. But Tennessee gets another round of offense here, leading it by 19. Ziegler in the paint, dumps it down low. That's more in Plavsic's wheelhouse. An alley-oop lob to the big 7'1" Serbian, and he dunks it home.
Well, once Ziegler got inside the zone, you had to go inside for him. You had to collapse on him. He just dumped it off.
Hill misses a 3 for Georgia, and the Volunteers rebound. Up 21 now, looking for more. They go in down underneath to Adu. He tries to lay it up. Bridges blocks him from behind, but Dogs are whistled for a foul. 2 shots are coming for Jonas Adu. 6'11", 240, a sophomore from Durham, North Carolina.
Who'd they call that foul on?
Well,
I think they called it on.
They called it on Jabri.
Jabri, yeah.
I thought Bridges blocked the
I did
shot.
too.
But Abdul Rahim may have been down in there as well and got him with the hand. Now he comes out as the free throw is no good. And Jusan Holtz back in the game for Georgia. Abdul Rahim leaves the game with 8. He's our leading scorer tonight with 8 points. Second free throw rolls off the rim. Rebound tapped up.
And they get it again.
Tennessee going to control it. And they knocked it all the way back to half court to Vescovy.
Second time they've missed 2 free throws and gotten the rebound on the second miss.
Long possession for Tennessee here. Less than 11 minutes remaining. Ball's up 21. Vescovy crossover by Holt. Nowhere to go at the foul line. 2 seconds to shoot. Take a long three at the end of the shot clock. No good. And the rebound saved by Tennessee as the player goes flying into the Tennessee bench. That was Tyreek Key. Put the ball out of bounds. It'll be Georgia possession. 10:45 remaining. 51-30 is our score. Volunteers in front, and they have been for a long time. Georgia's last lead was at the 17-17 mark in the first half at 6-4. Oquendo drives to the block. Vescovy defends and then steals. Took the ball right out of his hands, and they run it left to right into the front court. Now he stumbles, runs into Oquendo, no whistle, and they find Adu wide open on the block, and he easily finishes with a strong two-handed dunk, and Georgia calls timeout. 53-30 now. Tennessee by 23 points and a timeout with 10:22 to go in the game. Back to Knoxville after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more family fun. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you'll get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Don't miss out. Visit inflationbuster.com to get started today. That's inflationbuster.com. Offer ends soon.
For fees, cover rate, life date requirements, and other terms and conditions, visit inflationbuster.com. Call 1-833-7-ROCKET. Equal housing lender license.
Ken, tonight, Tennessee taking them to the woodshed, 53-30 right now with 10:22 to go. The good news is we get to play again on Saturday. The Dogs go home and we'll host South Carolina Saturday night, 6 o'clock. And as of, as of Monday, there were less than 1,000 tickets remaining for that ball game. So it's looking like another sellout possibility back at home on Saturday night.
And look, the Dogs are going to need a sellout crowd, a lot of support to show you're behind them. We got to get this club. This is a good basketball team. We got to get them back in the run here, because there's a lot of basketball to be played in this conference year and the postseason tournament. And this team can still accomplish a lot of great things. They already have.
Mike Mobley sitting here with us tonight here at Thompson Bowling Arena says less than 300 tickets remain now for Saturday. So
well, see there, you just said it, and look at the run on the tickets. Huh?
They're moving like hotcakes. And you've seen how fast hotcakes move. Holt for three, left corner.
Oh, my goodness.
A little too deep on it. Hit the far side of the rim.
What a beautiful pass from Justin Hill. A touch pass from in the paint all the way out to the corner.
Tennessee basketball. They feed it inside to Adu. He catches in the air, comes to the floor. We strip it and take it away. Dogs with the ball, moving right to left. Roberts all the way to the basket. Missed the bank shot at close range. Rebound. Holt fights for it. Twists away from two Tennessee defenders. Still has possession. Now dribbles it up the wing. Goes to Hill. Hill just above the free throw line. Reverses right wing to Terry Roberts. Long three. Terry around the rim and out. No good. Rebound Tennessee.
I got to tell you, Tennessee, they are tough defenders. They get out and guard the three. They're tough inside. Well, they got size inside. That's what helps there.
Dogs 0 for 6 on threes in the second half, just 3 for 17 in the game. And Adu gets his own miss on the left side and then puts it back up and in the second time. That's pretty easy when you're 6'11". He's got 6 points all in this half. 55-30 Volunteers. Roberts along the baseline under the basket, passes out to Holt, top of the key, over to Hill for a deep right wing three. That won't go off the front of the rim. Rebound to Vescovy. He's got a bunch of those tonight. Seems like he's got more than 6, but that's his number. And they run an alley-oop lob. Ziegler to Olivier Kamwa, and he dunks it home. And the Dogs will turn it over. A long pass up the far sideline. Got away from Holt, unable to chase down that long pass. And Tennessee will get it right back. 57-30. Tennessee keeps scoring. Georgia unable to. The Vols are on a 12-0 run over the last 6 minutes. Georgia's missed its last 9 shots. And right now in the midst of a scoring drought of better than 7 minutes.
Is that all? I mean, it seems like it's been longer.
That's all the news that is fit to report. But more to come with 8:25 remaining. Vescovy with the ball, sends it inside. Tennessee's player falls down in the paint, slides back. Kamwa. And now there's a scramble for the loose ball, and a tie-up is called as Braylon Bridges goes to the floor along with Tobey Awaka for Tennessee. Tennessee has the arrow.
Well, how did we not come away with that? I mean, that was right there for the taking. And the next thing I know,
came in from the left side along the baseline, got that rolling ball.
Got it tied up.
Volunteers will keep the possession. 16 on the clock. Ziegler lobs it in. They go into their half-court set. Inside out. And Ziegler's pass to Key, top of the circle, was deflected high and out of bounds by Terry Roberts for Georgia. That leaves them with 9 seconds on the shot clock. And it'll be Tennessee basketball. Key to inbound just to the left of his head coach, Rick Barnes, down to our right. Ziegler with the ball, 5 to shoot. And offensive foul, Tennessee, as Kamwa called for an illegal screen. That's his second. Don Daly with the call. Georgia will inbound at backcourt. Jabri bounces it into Hill. 8 minutes remaining right now, 57-30. We're down 27. Roberts, open 3, right wing slot. Good. He hit it. Scana energy 3 by Terry Roberts. First of the half. He's got 7 in the game. 57-33. Number 4, Volunteers leading. They've got that SEC Big 12 showdown coming up Saturday here in this building. Lay in good. Awaka on the dish under the basket by Little Ziegler.
Well, somebody had knocked Braylon Bridges down. All he had to do was go up in the air and lay it over Braylon, who was laying prone on the floor.
59-33. Runner by Roberts won't go. Tap up on the rebound off the glass. Comes down to Vescovy. That's his 7th rebound for Tennessee. He averages 4 a game, the 6'3" senior from Uruguay. Ziegler, 3 ball. We're late defending, and he makes us pay. Just to the left of the circle, Zakai Ziegler with his 3rd 3 of the game. He's in double figures with 11. 62-33. They stretch it out even more. Dogs get in deep underneath with Justin Hill, knock him to the floor, and a foul is called on a push by Santiago Vescovy. And that's going to put Hill on the line after the timeout. 6:50 to go in the game. All Tennessee tonight, folks. 62-33 over the Dogs on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Been focused on attack inside, points in the paint, points in the paint.
They haven't really had to, depend on it.
And again, we've been talking about this tonight, Chuck, but points off turnovers. I mean, Tennessee 25-4.
Yeah, well, we've got
Georgia
19 turnovers. I was asking that we hold turnovers under 10. We've given up 19. They, on the other hand, have had only 8 turnovers.
Points in the paint, 30-14 in favor of Tennessee as well. So they have dominated this basketball game as Hill misses from the line for Georgia. That's his first miss tonight. Justin with 7 points in the ball game. Got the start this evening. Second foul shot is up and in. 8 points against Tennessee tonight. Had 13 against these guys in the NCAA tournament at a different school last year. Dogs back in a 2-3 zone now. 6:39 to go, 62-34. They lob it to the rim. They miss it with one hand. Julian Phillips tried to one-hand the lob and finish, but he couldn't do it. The Dogs rebound his miss. Run it up. Oquindo's pass into the corner, deflected out trying to go to Roberts, but Tennessee so quick in their transition
Well, yeah,
defense.
you know, and I got to tell you, Javier read that. I mean, he read that really well. Got his hand out there and blocked that.
Inbound it to Terry Roberts, left of the paint, dribbles in, ducks underneath the defender. Nice move, Terry Roberts, to score against Kamwa, the big man, as he put it up and in right in front of the basket. Roberts now with 9 points. That was a veteran play right there. That was nice. 62-36 is the score. That's not so nice if you're a Georgia fan. And Tennessee's pass to the wing, deflected by the Dogs. Georgia's still hustling with Hill getting a hand on that ball, knocking it out of bounds.
I know this hadn't worked real well tonight. I understand where we are in this game. But you know what? I like Georgia when we have Justin Hill and Terry Roberts on the floor together. I actually like the way the two work together.
They're at the head of the zone right now. Georgia going with a smaller lineup. Oquendo and Moncrief and Abdul-Rahim on the back line of the zone. 6 to shoot for Ziegler. Goes to Vescovy. Doubled out on the right wing. Into the corner for a three. Too deep at the end of the clock. Won't go. One-handed rebound. Jabri Abdul-Rahim for the Dogs. Dogs in front court. Moncrief has the ball. Left of the lane. Kick back to Jabri. Straight away three. Around the rim and out. Basket spits it out to the right. Rebound to Tennessee. Volunteers ball, 5.5 minutes remaining here in Knoxville tonight. Georgia goes home Saturday to face South Carolina, 6 o'clock game at Stegman Saturday night. Vescovy with the ball, nowhere to go with it at the foul line, gets it on the block. And Awaka works his way in against our defense and is able to one-hand one up off the backboard and in. Now Hill tries to slam on the brakes, slides on the floor. When he slides, it's stolen by Ziegler. Tennessee basketball. Vescovy dribbles it across the paint. Burning some time now. Tennessee with 4:56 remaining. 64-36 Volunteers. Vescovy out front, top of the key, works against Jabri. Drives by him, and the ball lost out of his hands. Mishandled the dribble, lost control of it, out of bounds. Under the basket over the inline. It'll be Georgia's basketball. Rare turnover by Tennessee. Only their 9th of the game. Georgia's got 20 turnovers tonight. Roberts will trot it into the front court to the left for Georgia. Slow right-hand dribble. Oquendo has it. Dribbles right hand. Drives to the basket. High bank shot. Won't go. Off the rim. Rebound knocked over to Ziegler for Tennessee. The little guy into the front court. Fed it to Phillips, who faked the three, pulls it down. Now they work it around the perimeter. Meshack on the right side. Back to Ziegler. Dribbles to the foul line. Leading with his left side.
Good play, Terry Roberts.
Inside. Roberts got a deflection. The ball went rolling. Tennessee got to it first. Saved the possession. Back out to Ziegler. A long NBA range three straight on. Hits off the rim. Rebound Moncrief for the Dogs. Long pass up the far sideline to Oquendo through the paint in front of the basket. One-hander won't go. He got hit on the elbow.
Scott, how about Terry Roberts giving up his...
Techies responsibly. Copyright 2022, imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
(64-36) our score. Just 3:56 remaining here at Thompson-Boling Arena in Knoxville, as Tennessee is pounding the Dogs tonight. It's time for our Regions recap. Brought to you by your Regions Visa debit card. Bulldog fans, you can get yours by visiting regions.com/GoDogs. That's how you can order yours today. Georgia with just 14 second-half points, and we're almost done here. Points are at a premium. Very hard to come by for the Dogs. It's never been close here in the second half. Tennessee 64, Georgia 36.
And when you look at those shooting percentages, it's really clear, Scott, of what we've shot for the game. I mean, from the overall, from behind the arc, at the free throw, we're only 50% at the free throw line.
And the Dogs at 28% for the game.
Now we're under 50%.
Cario Oquendo misses his first foul shot of this half. He's 1 for 3 tonight with only 3 points for Cario. Second free throw is all net. Good. And the junior from Titusville comes out of the ball game. The Dogs 5 on the floor with Hill and Roberts, Abdur-Rahim, Moncrief, and Holt. 64-37, Tennessee leads. Vols basketball. Phillips goes in for the dunk after the feed from Kamwa, and he misses the one-hander. He got fouled by Holt. Julian Phillips, 6'8 freshman, back on the line. McDonald's All-American here. They've signed one in each of the last 4 classes for Rick Barnes' program. Phillips at the line. Missing for the first time tonight. All of his points, he's got 5, have come from the line tonight. No field goals for Julian Phillips. 0 for 6 this evening. Second free throw, missed that one as well. We get the rebound with Holt. Georgia into the front court, down a bunch. M.A. works left of the paint. Dribbles it into the orange paint, tries to shoot. Ball knocked out of his hands by Awaka, but back to Hill. Over to Jabri for a 3. Short side iron. Rebound, Tennessee. Volunteers ball with Meshack rebounding. Feeds it up ahead to Phillips. He runs through traffic. Can't get it up to the rim. Jabri Abdur-Rahim rebounds and falls down on his backside, but not before he got the pass to Holt. And Georgia into the front court. 3:05 to play. Roberts with the ball. Will shoot from the foul line.
Beautiful.
Rainbow shot, 15-footer, hangs in the air and goes good.
And they could have whistled. He got slapped in the face just before he made the spin, and he had. That was just a terrific play by Terry.
64-39 with 2:48 to go. Georgia with just 39 points tonight. And the Bulldogs aren't the only team Tennessee does this to. I mean, as we told you during the broadcast, 9 teams to 50 points or less this season. Jump hook in the paint by Tobey Awaka, the 6'8", 250-pound freshman. Got right in front of the basket and knocked it down. Georgia with a runner by Roberts. Off the rim, rattles about a bit, and then comes down in the hands of Tennessee as they rebound. 2:14 to go. And a timeout for substitutions. Plopsich to check in for Tennessee, Oquindo for Georgia, but Tennessee held LSU to 56 on Saturday. They've held Mississippi State to 59 and 53 points in 2 wins this year. South Carolina scored 42 against them. Kansas only got 50 in a 14-point loss here. Maryland, 53 points. I mean, they played some defense. And Georgia not yet to 40 with just a shade more than 2 minutes remaining.
They've got length. I mean, they got tremendous length. So they can get...
Foul on the Bulldogs. Holt got in the air as he bought the fake of Awaka, and he comes down on top of the Tennessee freshman.
When you've got length like that, you can put those arms up in the air. You can get them in the passing lanes. There's so many things you can do when you got a lot of length, you know?
And they do it all. Awaka at the line, 2 shots coming. And the free throw is up and in, good. That was the 9th team foul on the Dogs, so Tennessee not yet in the double bonus. McBride in for Terry Roberts for Georgia. Awaka, right-handed shooter, up on his toes to finish. And he hits them both. 68-39. All Tennessee tonight. Dogs ball on the offensive end. Mardrez McBride dribbles, comes near side to Abdur-Rahim. Jab step, Jabri now puts it on the floor. And a foul on Tobey Awaka. And it's going to be 1-1 for Georgia and Jabri Abdur-Rahim. Jabri taking him off the dribble, and he got hands on. Abdur-Rahim, front end of the 1-1, won't go. Rebound Tennessee. And the guy who fouled got the rebound on the missed free throw. Awaka. 68-39, Tennessee with 1:34:33 remaining. Tyreek Key down the lane. Shot blocked by Georgia. The Dogs couldn't get the ball, though. It loose in the corner. Collected by Tennessee, and then they score anyway.
And Jabri, that was a nice block Jabri had. Really pretty.
I think Meshack got that basket for Tennessee, I believe, to get to 70. 70-39. It's a 31-point lead for Tennessee. Oquindo with the ball will pop a 3 straight on. Missed it flat off the back of the rim. He had man-to-man coverage, but not real tight. Decided to fire away from distance. Couldn't connect. Carrio with only 4 points tonight. He's our second leading scorer this season, averaging 13.5, but unable to get there tonight. Of course, nobody did when you've got only 39 points. Tennessee, reverse lay-in. Attempt won't go. Off the rim, comes down to Tennessee. Mayshak couldn't convert. And a foul on the rebound, a push on the big Serbian, Uroš Plavšić, and now it's double bonus time for the Dogs. Nope, correction, it's 1-1 again, excuse me. Mardrez McBride to the line for a 1-1. 43.2 seconds to go. McBride, left-handed free throw, front of the rim, won't go. Rebound, Plavšić. McBride has not scored tonight. That was his first attempt at the line. 33 seconds to play. A 12 seconds difference, shot clock and game clock. Tennessee 70, Georgia 39. Volunteers basketball. Key dribbles inside the arc, left side of the floor. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Mayshak slides on the floor, puts it up at the end of the shot clock. Won't go. Rebound, Georgia. Jabri collects it with 8 seconds to go. To M.A. into the front court. Moncrief drives to the basket. Tennessee lets him go, and he lays it up and in. 1.9 seconds to go. Tennessee will inbound, dribble out the clock, and that is it. Final score from Knoxville tonight. Tennessee 70, Georgia 41. Not a whole lot went right for the Dogs tonight.
And Scott, you just got to put this one behind you as quickly as possible and get ready for South Carolina on Saturday. You've dropped to 3-4 now in conference play, but you got a chance to get back at 500. You'll be favored Saturday. You'll be at home where you're 10-1 on the season. So let's gear up for Saturday. Let's get Stegman packed, get some support behind these Dogs.
To collapse all I've learned, to absorb with open eyes to see this revelation, new serenity. Destruction is harmony. To see this, I'll wait for you to rise from this dream. I will be waiting for you to rise from this dream.
3, 2, 1, Dogs do the improbable, the unthinkable, the unbelievable. They beat Arkansas and go wire to wire to win the SEC tournament.